Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back to the third episode of Friends in the Future. You can see there in the top right hand corner, we're now in September 2026. In real life, I will be 30 years old, but that's crazy, isn't it? 30 years old by that point. You can see that we're obviously past the British and European transfer window once again, so there is no issues with that one. What I'm going to do is just quickly take you through the Premier League, Championship, a couple of different leagues, just to kind of see what's been going on. I think this year I will take a bit of a slower time getting through to everyone, so you might see your own person and just kind of skip to that, but I know a few of you know each other and you like to see what other people are doing, and even if you don't know each other, you like to just see how you're comparing, so take your time. So, Man City won the league every year, apart from 2 years when Manchester United have won it. They've also come runners-up in the most recent year. Liverpool and Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal won't be there, but nearest challengers. So not too bad. Man City absolutely dominating, but United getting a bit of kind of spotlight there as well. Chelsea started the season very well. City and Leeds equal on points, with them. West Ham down in 14th, Arsenal in 10th, United in 7th. Where are Liverpool? Liverpool in 4th. So not too bad. As you can see, Reading still not in the Premier League. If we have a quick look down at the Sky Bet Championship, Reading currently up in 2nd with West Brom 1st. I don't think there's any other teams of interest other than maybe Blackburn there, who are, again, mid-table still. If we could look at Reading, now managed by Massimo Odo. I think last time I looked, they were managed by Freddie Ljungberg, so bit of change. Yeah, he was there for 3 years and 60 days. He's now West Brom manager. Odo there for a little bit now. Have a quick look at their team, see who's there. So Boyce Clark's still there. He must have played a fair amount of times for them now. 186 games, 421 caps. The only other real player, Tom Deli-Bashir, who is of course at Reading at the moment on loan. He is there now, having had a spell in Germany as well, half a season in Germany. Chandon Baptiste, who I went to school with, my brother went to school with as well. He is actually at Reading. He started his career at Reading before going to Oxford. He's now there after £10.5 million from League One. That's a big move. In terms of players that were there at the start of the save, there's absolutely none. If we just have a quick look, so Tom McIntyre, who is of course Reading's kind of young hope at the moment, is now at West Brom, 6 caps for the Scottish first team at 27. You'd like to think that maybe he'd have a bit more than that. You can see that he played a fair few times for the first team. And then if we just finish on Tom Holmes, who himself is now at Middlesbrough. No youth caps, no senior caps, but worth 21 million, and he's now playing in the Premier League for Borough. He left Reading for Palace and has since moved on to the now Premier League team, Middlesbrough. We have a quick look as well. There's only 2 other teams I'll do. I'll do Leeds and West Ham because I know Shadi and Ricky, you probably like seeing that. So Leeds up in 3rd, now managed by Fran Escribá. Let's see who their past managers have been. Only Marcelo Bielsa and Fran Escribá. Bielsa winning the championship, and that was about that. But Escribá coming in. Have a quick look at the team, see who's still there. So Melio is still there. I wonder if he's been capped yet. 60, blimey! I thought he might have 1 or 2. 60 caps for Leeds, for France, not bad at all. And then if we have a look through the team, Calvin Phillips still there, but he seemingly wants to leave. 8 caps for England, 385 games for Leeds. Yeah, and he does want to leave. Pascal Struijk's still there. Has he been capped by Belgium? Yep, just the once. 99 games for Leeds now. And then that seems about it. Aaron Hickey, ex-Hearts boy, 7 caps for Wales. He must have been bought in. 3.6, but never played for Leeds. That's a strange move. And then Noan Kenner. See, I know him fairly well. I had him on Foot Manager a couple of years ago. He's on loan at Millwall, which is a strange one. They're not the best of friends, old Leeds and Millwall. And then Karamako Dembele, old Celtic boy, sorry. Been at West Ham and Leeds. Pretty crap. And then finally, West Ham. That's a good little move through. Connor Coventry is an ex-Portsmouth boy. Let's have a quick look. No, he's not. He's a West Ham boy. I don't know who I was thinking of. They're still in the Premier League, managed by Pacheta. They've been managed, oh blimey, it's been all over the place. So David Moyes was there, got sacked. Stuart Pearce on a caretaker. Pacheta, Paunovic, ex-Reading boy. Gary Bowyer, Steve McLaren, Gary Bowyer again. Espirito Santo, Gary Bowyer, and Pacheta's come back for a second spell. So they seem all over the place, to be honest. Let's have a quick look at they've gone down. No relegation, so clearly just a bit of a funny management. So Edouard Mendy is now there. Tosin Adarabioyo, obviously at Fulham at the moment, is now at West Ham. Pablo Fornals still there. 2 caps for Spain, 181 games for West Ham. Jared Bowen still there. 244 games, 6 caps for England. Who else? Let's see. Abiri Eze is there now. Thomas Souček's still there. 79 caps for the Czech Republic. You can see he's been a very good player actually for West Ham, very consistent. I don't know their youth players, so to me that looks like it. So that's West Ham, that's Leeds, that's Reading. That's kind of what we'll be going over. I'll bring you back once we're with the players. Come on. So here we are. We are now with the shortlisted players. Let's have a quick look through, shall we? So Steve Curtis is now at Sheffield United, yet to pick up a senior cap for England, but he managed the 3 under-21 caps, now worth £30 million. And like I say, at Sheffield United, an instinctive goalkeeper. He moved for £37 million. Blimey, that's a lot of money for a championship goalie. Initially only 29, risen to 37, could be 39. As you can see, he had 2 seasons in the first team at Derby, and is now in his 3rd with Sheffield United in the Premier League. It's actually good stats. He's obviously conceding more than he's playing, but he's keeping a good amount of clean sheets. See any milestones or any kind of awards or anything like that? Doesn't appear. He's obviously got a couple of Sheffield United best 11s, Derby best 11s. That's about it. Record sale as well, and record signing. So there you go. Big moves for old Stephen. Moving on to Danny Ennis, he remains at Tottenham and has 25 under-21 caps, and again, yet to break into that first team for England. Also yet to break away from Tottenham. I know that he won't like to be there, and he's yet to be, like I say, called up. The media don't think he's played enough games yet to warrant a call-up. He's had a couple of seasons at Tottenham, having played away in Barnsley and at Norwich. He obviously won Sky Bet League 1 for Barnsley when he was there. I believe he went up with Norwich as well. Let's have a look. Yep, so promoted via the playoffs. Good stuff, Danny. He's now managed, I think, 20 appearances for Tottenham in the league, 19 appearances, keeping 20 goals, conceding 20 goals. Luke Emmett remains at Cardiff City, just the 1 cap for England under 21s, and remains with the team that he started with. He's obviously played now 89 games for the first team, keeping 30 clean sheets, which is not bad at all. You can see there that they were promoted straight away, after 2 seasons having been in the Championship. I think that must be in the in the playoffs as well. I was going to say I thought it might be in the second division. Second spot. But he's now in the Premier League, 2 clean sheets in 4 games, not bad at all. And it'll be interesting to see. He's obviously got Irish and English. If he ever switches over to Ireland to play there. Now this is pretty mad. John Wright is at Manchester United. This is a guy that in the last Friends in the Future save, I think his best move was made Krasnodar in Russia. But as you can see, there 10 under-21 caps for Wales, 20 caps for the first team, and 1 goal for Wales. I actually watched one of the Wales games recently. It wasn't even in the squad. It was Nico Williams at right back. But you can see there, managed his first goal against Gibraltar in October of 2025. It's actually a funny move for him. So he obviously moved to Villa, had a spell with Dundee United where we last saw him, then had a spell with Brighton in the Premier League. Only 13 appearances there, and then 28 league appearances for Aston Villa before United bought him. It's kind of a bit of a rotation option and seems to remain that way. He's obviously actually in the under-23s at the moment, but playing for Manchester United on 68 grand a week as a fringe player, he might not be playing that much, but his bank balance is looking good. So John's doing well. Let's have a quick look and see any stats. He's won the FA Community Shield with Manchester United and the Premier League 2 division champions. That seems to be about it, to be fair. He's been relegated from the Premier League with Villa, so not fantastic. Ricky Moffat has also made a move. He's got 14 under-21 caps for England and is now with Brentford. That's not a bad move, I don't think. He obviously had a good long time with St Johnstone. Let's have a quick look and see how many games he played. 167 games in the St Johnstone team. Moved in the Premier League, had a pretty bad season to be honest, but was in the first team and has since been relegated, and they now play in the Championship where he's had a fairly good start to the season. He's won the Under-19 Championships and the Under-20 Elite League with England. And let's have a quick look, see if anything else has happened. A couple of seasonal 11s, a couple of Team of the Weeks. That seems to be about it, but it was St Johnstone's record sale, having scored his first goal for St Johnstone against Ross County. So that's Ricky now at Brentford. Let's see if he ends up playing for England at some point. Another English defender, James Thornley, 27 under-21 caps now for him. Still at Leicester, where he's been, I think, for the whole save. If you have a quick look, nothing really being said about him there. He had 2 loan spells, so I think the last time we saw him, he was at MK Dons. He's now with Ipswich Town. He was with Ipswich Town, played 40 times for them. And I think he'd won the league with MK Dons, and I believe that he ended up going up with Ipswich as well. Yep, so promoted. I'm assuming that was second place. Not bad at all for James. So 2 promotions on his CV already. A couple of best 11s for both MK Dons, Ipswich, and Leicester, having made his debut against Crewe. And as you can see there, he's been involved in the first team. Pretty poor rating in that first season there, 6.69, but has since been much better and is playing very frequently for Leicester, who remain in the Premier League. Now, of course, Michael and I moved to Blackburn together, but Michael has since moved on and has moved to Brighton again. Has yet to play for the English first team and could play for Ireland, but remains an English under-21 international. If we have a quick look at the English under-21 team, you can actually see there's a few of us left there still. So myself, Michael, Andrew, James Jeffries has made it in there, and Jono Manson as well. So we're still in the under-21s side. So Michael actually has been adding to those caps recently, even though he is now slightly older than 21. And if we have a quick look on his history, he's played 3 full seasons for Blackburn, including almost every game apart from one, and has since moved on to Brighton for a lot of money, 35 million. And in fairness to him, he's keeping a good rating there across the Premier League, so you can't complain if you are Michael Shiel. Now, this is where the big news happens. Paddy Hearn, 17 caps for the English first team, 13 goals, having scored 12 in 24 under 21 appearances. Not only that, he's now a star player on 275 grand a week at Real Madrid. He's also number 4, by the way. I'd like to keep that in mind. Number 4, having scored 23 goals last season for Real Madrid. Again, played every single game. You can see that he kind of made his way into the Man City team following that spell with Leipzig. But look at that, £136 million for Paddy Hearn. I think that is the success story. He played 51 times last season for Real Madrid. We have a quick look at his milestones. So he was Man City's record sale and he was Real Madrid's record signing, having scored his first senior goal for RB Leipzig. And then his awards. So he was a Golden Shoe runner-up. He was in the Spanish First Division team this season. He was a top goal scorer, Spanish League Player of the Year, 3rd place, named in the seasonal 11. And he was also Real Madrid Supporters Player of the Year. And if we have a quick look at his biography, you can see here he's won the Champions League with Man City twice, the FA Cup twice, and the Community Shield. He's also won the European Championship, Champions League Forward of the Season runner-up, German Players Newcomer of the Year runner-up, and was shortlisted for the FIFA Men's Best Player, Spanish League Player of the Year, and also won the Spanish First Division Top Goal Scorer and European Golden Shoe runner-up. So he's a talent. That's what I'd say about P. Hearn. He's a star player for his country. He scored in his debut against Costa Rica and seems to be getting there. Let's see quickly if he's got any changes to his favourite clubs or anything. There you go. So Leipzig now 50-50 on the same level as Kiddy as a Real Madrid. Man City slightly further down. Paddy Hearn the first to break into that team. Lewis Kelly, myself, 34 under 21 caps, 4 goals. Now at Norwich, achieving my stardom. Let's have a quick look here, see if nothing again being said really. It'll be interesting to see if I ever play for England or Scotland. But again, as I said last time, my average rating's not fantastic, but up in the higher end of the 6.8, 6.9s. Was relegated in my first season with Norwich, but ended up getting promoted straight back again. Again, £35 million, a lot of money. Blackburn clearly rolling in it after me and Shiddy left. You can see there that on the Under-20 Elite League, named in the season 11, but nothing really more than that. And promoted as second place from the Championship, so not bad for me. On to Andrew. He's now at Leicester. Obviously, he's been there for a while. He's the highest Under-21 cap holder for any of us. I think he's only 6 off of James Milner's record for England in real life. He's got 40 caps and 11 goals, but still, despite a few successful seasons with Leicester on a personal level, has yet to be called up to the England team. You can see they played 49 times in his first season, 38 in second, 40 in third, and has already played 3 times this season, and he's yet to be called up. But a very successful time for him. I don't think he's won anything since joining Leicester. Nope, nothing at all. He also got the worst discipline record with 10 yellows and 2 red cards, which isn't too much. And I also watched this game that he scored 5 against San Marino. So that was the only game I've watched, basically, the Under-21s. He scored 5 goals in that one, so not too bad. Hopefully for him, he'll get called up soon. Now, Eli Mitchell He's also a full England international, 12 caps, 1 goal after 7 in 22 under 21 appearances. Took him 2.5 years to score his first England goal against Colombia. And as you can see, he's still at Man City, but actually had a spell of Bayern Munich last year, where he's played 44 times, scored 5 goals, got 11 assists, very, very good average rating. But clearly wasn't getting into the City team enough. So he got that loan out to Bayern Munich. Let's have a quick look here. Again, he's won quite a lot. So he's won 10 medals now. So he's won the Championship with Norwich, the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich last year, the European Championship with England, which spoils the surprise. I suppose that means they've won it. The Champions League with Man City, the FA Cup twice, Community Shield twice, the Under-20 Elite League, and also the German Super Cup. So Eli is absolutely rolling in it at the moment. Probably the most successful player so far. Now, Jeffries is at Burnley. No caps for England, but 8 under-21 games with 3 goals. He's actually wanted at the moment, so we'll take a quick look there. You can see his history. Probably taken him longer than most of us to get up to that top level, having played a couple of seasons or season and a half at Wrexham. Let's see who wants him. Leicester. No player information to display, which usually means they're not too bothered about their interest, but we'll see what happens. And again, he's not actually got any, it doesn't seem to think he's got any actual awards yet. So we'll see what happens with him, but he did finish as Burnley's top goal scorer last season. Now, Johnny Keegan. 4 caps for England, 14 under-21 appearances, and has since made the move from Crystal Palace to Wolves, and he's been very, very good. If you look there, 16 assists in 34 games in the Premier League, having had a very good show in the Championship for Palace. And again, incredibly consistent ratings over those years, and again, he's transferred that onto England. 4 caps now, having made his debut against Bolivia, which is, again, maybe not the hardest opponent. Quick look at the biography. He's won the EFL Young Player of the Year and the Sky Bet League 2 Player of the Year, which we didn't pick up on in his time with Tranmere. He had the record sale for £33 million. And let's have a quick look. Yeah, overall best 11s here, there and everywhere. Although he did, like we say, won the Supporters Player of the Year and the Young Player of the Year when he was at Palace. Now this is where it gets interesting. Andrew Collinson, perhaps the underperformer so far, unfortunately. 19 caps for Wales under-21s, 1 goal. But he's at Preston in the Championship. So it's not quite going to plan for Andy. He had those 3 seasons at Dundee before moving on to Burnley. He only played once for Burnley before moving on loan to Preston, who bought him at the end of that season for 750 grand. Since played 43 times for them, and I don't think they're a great side, to be honest. They're actually struggling against relegation at the moment. So Andy's got some work to do. Hasn't been fantastic for him so far, and again, yet to be capped by Wales. And then lastly, Jono Manson. 3 caps for England, 2 goals, very good record, but 32 under-21 appearances and 22 goals. I think he's still playing for the under-21s. Last time we saw him, he'd kind of been on the fringes with England, and he also scored his first goal, made his debut against Bolivia. That seems to be a repeated theme. Let's have a quick look at his history. So he obviously moved from Motherwell after having a great season, but stagnated a bit. Moved to Lyon, had a very good season with Lyon, 21 goals in 38 games, and has since come back and regular at Arsenal. 26 goals last season in 46 games, not bad at all. And he's got 1 in 4 this season. Let's have a quick look and see anything else. Supporters Player of the Year last year, the Young Player of the Year for the English players, 3rd place in the Premier League top goal scorer. So actually he's had a very good season. He was also named in the European Champions Dream Team and was the forward of the season, having been the Golden Boot runner-up. So Jono Manson absolutely smashing out of the park. But that's that. What we'll do, again, another 3 years into the future, and we'll see what happens with the French in the future. Come on.